There's a lot of confusion regarding HDMI ARC and digital optical. There's so much misinformation out there that it's easy for people to get torn on which they should use. So I want to shed a little bit of light on this topic today. What's up guys, Jonah Mathis here. My channel is all about soundbars, home entertainment setups, home tech, and more. I try to break down complex topics into terms that most people can easily understand. So first, let's discuss what each of these are and how they work. HDMI ARC and digital optical both transmit digital signals. HDMI ARC, I like to call it HDMI ARC for short, stands for Audio Return Channel. Most TVs nowadays have a few HDMI inputs, and one will typically be labeled as ARC. If you have a very new, fancier TV, then you might even have eARC, or Enhanced Audio Return Channel, which is even better than ARC. We aren't going to go into eARC too much in this video. I have a completely separate video on that. Anyways, HDMI ARC works by sending the audio signal from your TV to an ARC-compatible soundbar or audio-video receiver. So whether you are playing Netflix or anything on a smart TV, or playing something from a Fire TV, Apple TV, Blu-ray player, etc., the audio signal will still be sent back to the device connected to the ARC port as long as it's compatible. It's good to note that you may need to enable CEC on your TV in order for ARC to work properly. Digital optical is much more simple. Connect one end from your TV or media device and the other end to your soundbar or audio-video receiver. And that's it. The audio that is being played will then pass to the connected soundbar or receiver. Now here's a little bit of background information on digital optical. It was actually introduced back in the 1980s and used to connect CD players to receivers. Believe it or not, digital optical actually uses light to send data. It's not made of copper wire like most HDMI cables are. This is why you can see light coming out of its end. Digital optical cables use Toslink connectors. This is why you may see a digital optical cable labeled as a Toslink cable. They are basically the same thing. Okay, so now that we've clarified what both of these are, let's talk about the limitations of each, starting with digital optical. It's capable of sending 2 channels of uncompressed PCM audio or up to 5.1 channel compressed audio stream through the Dolby Digital or DTS digital surround audio codecs. Let's break that statement down a little bit. 2 channels of uncompressed PCM audio might come from a Blu-ray player where it's decoding the audio by itself, or possibly an Apple TV 4K. 5.1 channels of Dolby Digital audio can come from basically any smart TV app or modern media streamer, so an NVIDIA Shield TV, Fire TV, Roku, etc. This also includes Blu-ray players, by the way. Now, HDMI ARC is capable of a little more than this, plus it has some additional features that digital optical does not have, like CEC. It has been very difficult to get clear, definitive capabilities of HDMI ARC because many of the major sources that talk about it all have different information. Coming directly from Dolby, HDMI ARC is fully capable of supporting Dolby Digital Plus, which supports up to a 7.1 channel compressed audio stream and includes Dolby Atmos as well. So if you have a soundbar with Dolby Atmos support or an AV receiver with height channel speakers connected, then theoretically these channels are supported through HDMI ARC. Now here's the confusing part. Many TVs manufactured before 2018 may not support Dolby Digital Plus over HDMI ARC. Dolby Digital Plus was added much later on after ARC was first introduced. When ARC was first introduced, some TVs only supported 2 channels of audio, and most others supported 5.1 channels, just like digital optical cables. The best way that I've found to figure this out is to find the spec sheet or manual for your TV and see what audio codecs that it natively supports. However, this information isn't always included or easily accessible. Alright, let's go over the limitations of each again so that it's super clear. Digital optical supports up to 5.1 channels of audio with the Dolby Digital or DTS digital surround audio codecs. HDMI ARC for almost all TVs supports the same. HDMI ARC on most newer TVs made between 2018 and today may support up to 7.1 channels of audio, including Dolby Atmos with the Dolby Digital Plus audio codec. So now that we're clear about this, why should you use HDMI ARC or digital optical? Does it really even matter for you? Of course, use HDMI ARC if you want to use CEC. This makes it so that your TV remote can control your soundbar or audio-video receiver and vice versa. If you have a 5.1 channel or less soundbar or surround sound system, it really doesn't matter which one you use. Both are going to output a compressed audio stream that's exactly the same. But if you have any upward firing or ceiling speakers that are set as height channels, then you'll definitely want to use HDMI ARC, as digital optical will not support these height channels at all. So if you have a Dolby Atmos soundbar, use HDMI ARC, never digital optical. Again, even with HDMI ARC, you're still getting a compressed audio stream. There's no way to send more than 2 channels of uncompressed audio through HDMI ARC. It's just not capable of it. Now, if you have HDMI eARC, then that's a completely different story. Just go watch my video on HDMI eARC and it will explain everything you need to know about it. But to keep it really short, HDMI eARC supports both Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio, both of which offer more than 7.1 channels of uncompressed audio and 3D object-based effects, which is Dolby Atmos and DTS:X. That's a lot to say, I hope that makes sense. I also want to clear up another bit of confusion about HDMI ARC that's very important. When you have a media device connected directly to a soundbar or AV receiver with an HDMI cable, you are not using HDMI ARC to send the audio. So all of these limitations that I just discussed do not apply. When the media device is directly connected like this, the only bottlenecks for audio quality are 1, what the media device is capable of playing, 2, the source of the media, so a Blu-ray disc, Netflix, Hulu, etc. Most video streaming services support up to Dolby Digital Plus, by the way. And 3, the last bottleneck is the soundbar or AV receiver itself. Naturally, they will only play what they're capable of receiving. I hope this clears up any confusions about both digital optical and HDMI ARC. If you learned something or found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd smash that like button. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.